Hello everyone, my name is Siddharth and I'm creating NixPay for the payment gateway using Jupyter Bounty. NixPay is something similar to Stripe but for Web3, and it uses Jupyter API to swap the tokens. You can log in using your wallet, then you will be redirected to the /user where you can see your dashboard. Here you can see all your SaaS, a create SaaS dashboard, and a buy statistics. This will show you stats for the last 30 days and how to use guide. You can start by creating a SaaS, give the SaaS name, the SaaS URL, the merchant address. The merchant address should be address which already has some USDC in it. I'm using this one. The callback URL, for right now I'm using a temporary one, and the merchant email. I'm going to lower the price for the test purpose and click on create payment gateway. Now you can see it in the dashboard. Now you need to copy this unique ID, and for testing you can go to the example SaaS URL. This mimics an actual SaaS, where a SaaS redirects the user to a payment gateway using the SaaS ID, the user's email, and the plan they want to buy. Then we click on create session. This creates a unique session which expires every 30 seconds. For payment I use Solana and click on subscribe. First it does the payment, verifies it by storing the signature in the database and verifying that it is not used again and again, and also verifies it by checking the amount changes in the merchant wallet caused by this signature, and it should match this price. We get payment successful. We can see this here too. As you can see, it said $1 from $1 sold to USDC to this address, which is a merchant address, and this is the user address for 1 USDC. After that, it redirects back to the example SaaS page. If you try go back to the session, it does not, because the session has been deleted. Now you can see in the buy stats, the SaaS has one user, $1 revenue, and in the email of the merchant you can see this email bought your starter plan of SaaS, and in the user email you can see thank you for purchasing the starter plan of SaaS. In the webhook you can see the details, the email of the user, the plan, the price, the status, and the timestamp. Now I will show how I did this. I used the SDK I created, which is at nixblack/nixpayments SDK. You can install it using this. The next step is to use the create session function. This creates a session. What it takes the session ID, the SaaS ID, the customer email address, and the plan they want to buy. Then you can redirect to any URL of your choice in your SaaS. Here you can fetch the session ID from the URL and then transfer it to the payment model. This is also available in the SDK. In this you give the session ID, the RPC URL. You should use a dedicated one to make quicker payments, and on redirect function. This is the function it executes after the payment has been successful. For example, I have done it to /example SaaS. Then you can monitor your dashboard for the payments. Now I will show how it works. So this is the flow diagram. This is the SDK. The user interacts to the SaaS through this. The SDK switch using the Jupyter API can convert any token to USDC and give it to the SaaS. The SDK also fetches to the API the details of the user, the plans, the pricing, the sessions, and the signatures. After success, the emails of the user, the merchant, and the callback is sent to Redis, and I have deployed a AWS worker which fetches these emails and callbacks. Then it sends an email to the user, which we saw here, the email to the SaaS, and a callback, which is this. Overall, the Jupyter API was easy to use and the developers were super helpful throughout the process. Big thanks to the Jupyter team.